An ordinary day. 2 schoolgirls, an old bridge, a forest. A Monday afternoon in February 2017. Libby German is 14 years old. She's recording. Behind her, a man is getting closer. And Libby doesn't stop recording. "Guys, down the hill." That voice, that short sentence, was the only lead police had for 5 years. 5 years, one voice, one shadow on a bridge, and 2 bodies found the next morning. This is not a case that's been closed. This is a case the internet is still fighting over. February 13th, 2017, afternoon. Abby Williams, 13 years old. Libby German, 14. They enter the Monon High Bridge Trail. Libby was going to take some photos. An ordinary day. 3:30. Someone was supposed to pick them up. No one came, and they're not answering. The next morning, February 14th, Valentine's Day, the bodies are found. By the river, near the bridge. Branches and sticks arranged over their bodies. Police release the video. A man on the bridge, a voice. The people of Delphi, a town of 3,000, start searching. From 2017 to 2022, 5 years, thousands of leads. No one is arrested. The case goes cold. The internet goes mad looking for Bridge Guy. October 2022, Richard Allen is arrested. A CVS pharmacist. A familiar face in town. Someone who had contacted police himself, just days after the murders. He said he'd been on the trail that day. Police took notes. And those notes spent 5 years in a closed box. Until a volunteer clerk found them. December 2024. Richard Allen is convicted and sentenced to 130 years in prison. No possibility of parole. But his lawyers are appealing. The story isn't over. Okay, what did they have against him? Let's be honest. Let's look at both sides. First, the bullet. An unspent bullet was found at the crime scene. It matched a handgun found at Allen's home. This was the strongest physical evidence. Second, the video and witnesses. A shadow on the bridge. Witnesses who said they saw Bridge Guy that day. And Allen himself confirmed he was on the trail that day. Third, the confession. Allen had told his doctor he'd planned to assault the girls. That he panicked when he saw a van and did what he did. The prosecution called this details only the killer would know. But wait. This same Allen had previously said the girls were shot. The girls were not shot. Meaning he had a confession that was wrong, and the jury never heard it. The judge didn't allow the defense to bring it up. No DNA from Allen was found at the scene. No DNA from the victims was found in his home or car. Witness descriptions of Bridge Guy, in terms of height and build, didn't match Allen. So the question is this enough for 130 years? You didn't come this far to stop here. Subscribe, and go deeper with Obscura Mind. Now let's go where the internet really caught fire. Theory 1. Odinism. Allen's lawyers claimed a religious cult, the dark version of an ancient Nordic religion, carried out this murder as a ritual. Branches arranged over the bodies, a bloody symbol on the trees. A suspected member of this group who knew details about the crime scene that had never been made public. The judge kept this theory away from the jury. Why? Theory 2. A botched investigation. A large part of the internet believes police were looking from the start for someone to close the case with. A lost report. Destroyed evidence. 5 years of delay. Lawyers say evidence hiding took place. Theory 3. More than one person. Allen was a pharmacist, not someone who could control 2 teenage girls alone, take them down a hill, and do what was done, all within a short window of time. The lawyers say it was impossible. This theory remains open. Some people say the man was convicted. The jury voted. It's done. Others say the jury never heard the whole truth. And this is where this case is different from the rest, because both sides have something to hold on to. Contradictory confessions, missing evidence, a cult theory hidden from the jury, and an appeal still moving forward. Is Richard Allen really the killer? Maybe. But this case proved one thing: justice and truth are not always the same thing. Abby and Libby are gone and never came back. An old bridge remains, a voice that says, "Down the hill," and a question no one can fully answer. What do you think the truth is? Tell us in the comments. Let's take a moment away from the case and ask, this person, whoever they were, what kind of person were they? Psychologists have a term: mask of sanity, the appearance of normalcy. Someone who can commit a crime like this is usually not someone who stands out, not crazy, not frightening. Quite the opposite: familiar, polite, an ordinary face. Someone whose name you hear and say, "Him? Are you sure?" Psychologists have seen this pattern over and over. High control on the outside, complete chaos on the inside. The ability to simulate empathy without feeling a single drop of it. And something even more important: they live among us, next to us, in the supermarket line, in the neighborhood CVS. Richard Allen, if he is guilty, was someone who called the police himself after the murders, someone who stayed calm during interrogation, someone who printed photos of the girls after their deaths for their funerals. This level of control, this level of coldness, has a name in psychology: predatory psychopathy. A predator hiding behind an ordinary smile. And the most terrifying thing is, we never know when we've stood next to one. Abby was 13. Libby was 14. They didn't go looking for darkness. Darkness came looking for them. On an ordinary afternoon, on an ordinary bridge, in a small town. And this is exactly what we need to understand. Darkness doesn't always have a stranger's face. Sometimes it's a familiar face. Sometimes it's someone whose name you know. But Libby did something no one expected of her. She didn't stop recording. She held up her phone and kept filming, as if she knew, or maybe her instinct told her, that this moment needed to survive. And it did. The voice survived. The shadow survived. The case survived. What do you think? What kind of thought, what kind of pattern forms inside a human being that can make them so mercilessly cruel? For ordinary people, even the word murder, or seeing a body up close, can be deeply disturbing. But someone who enjoys it, who does it again and again, they've come face to face with a profound darkness inside themselves. The point isn't to ignore the darkness within us. We don't even have that ability. Our power lies in the balance between our light and our darkness. We acknowledge that we carry both light and darkness, and then we choose which one we serve. Choosing the light doesn't mean never making a mistake for the rest of your life. It means, first and foremost, not harming yourself, and then not harming others. Being aware of how powerful and creative we are. Being aware of how extraordinary a life we're capable of living. And remember this: every wrong has a consequence, and nothing goes unanswered. For some people, that consequence comes within this lifetime. For others, it may come in the next. And that's a topic we'll explore in a future video. Light isn't always grand. Sometimes light is a 14-year-old girl who keeps her finger on the record button so the truth can find its way. Reality is never the full story. Obscura.